May the words of my mouth and the meditation of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, O God, our strength and our Redeemer. Amen. Today, on the feast of the naming of Jesus, we may remark, as Shakespeare in Romeo and Juliet did, "What's in a name? That which we call a rose would smell as sweet by any other name, surely. So Romeo would, were he not called." That seems to imply that the names of things, of places and people, do not affect what they truly are, but that it is not quite the matter of fact. In the Judeo-Christian tradition, names are often indicative of the characteristics, the contours, and idiosyncrasies of people, places, and things. Isaac's mother, Sarah, laughed when she overheard the angelic conversation with Abraham, her husband, that she would bear a son in her old age. And so the child is named Isaac, to laugh in Hebrew, because she laughed. Joshua in Hebrew, means God is salvation. The original Joshua was the companion of Moses, of course, who took over the leadership of the Israelites and leads them in their conquest of the land of Canaan. In the Christian New Testament, it is on the first Easter morning that Christ and St. Mary Magdalene meet. Jesus saith unto her, Mary. She turned herself and saith unto him, Rabboni, which is to say, Master. Christ recreates her in her new name, simply by calling her name, by uttering a vocation that she will answer. When we turn ourselves to answer with our own Rabboni, Master, the turning, the conversion, may take a long while. Learning to recognize the voice that calls us takes time and a proper sense of familiarity. How difficult it is to recognize that voice in a world of distraction, of continual noise and chatter, a world full of stuff and things that distract us and perhaps even annoy us. A world full of endless, meaningless, trivial chatter and publicity. God calls each of us at the beginning of this new year by our own name. He speaks to our very heart's core. He understands our true identity in a way which we do not understand it yet ourselves. He says to us, Taffy, or Robert, or Vince, or Debbie, or Joe, or Walter, or Ian, calling us each by name and waiting for our own individual Rabboni, Master. Sometimes that takes an entire stretch of a lifetime to recognize or comprehend. Coming to that recognition of our own true name will involve being willing to go on learning and hearing and receiving from others in multifarious ways, psychological, spiritual, intellectual, with all that we are as named persons, and in various situations, both historical, situated, and geographical. In 2017, on the 1st of January, here we are. Speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth. In the name of God, who is Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Amen.